If Loki's first season left you on the edge of your seat, with the introduction of He Who Remains towards the end, the second season is likely to leave you even more flummoxed than the first. Where are they going to take it? Here are Loki Season 2 theories that would really change the MCU. Before we jump in, let's take ourselves back to Season 1. It gave us a good look at the concept of the multiverse. This, together with the What If series and Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022. They have established the concept of an infinite number of universes in the MCU. Oh yes! While Doctor Strange 2016 teased the concept of the multiverse. It was only with Loki Season 1 where the MCU's multiverse story really began. Whereas most of the Disney plus MCU shows were relatively self-contained, Loki Season 1 is arguably one of the most important entries in the multiverse saga's overarching plot. Loki Season 1's finale and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania's Kang the Conqueror plotline has given us a good indication as to what Loki Season 2's story will be. In addition, Marvel's Phase 6 slate leading up to Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars tells us that the MCU's most ambitious crossover event essentially starts with Loki. What happens in Loki Season 2 will likely set the stage for Avengers Kang Dynasty and the rest of the MCU's multiverse saga. So yeah, we are talking a lot at stake here with the influence Loki Season 2 has on the MCU. Let's jump into some juicy theories. The first Loki season. Two theories that would change the MCU's multiverse saga. Victor Timely is the original Kang the Conqueror. First off, who is he? Timely is a Kang variant, put simply, after being ousted from ancient Egypt by the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange, and the moon god Khonshu. Kang Prime gets caught up in a time storm. After being rescued by Doctor Doom, he reaches the bleak 40th century, Earth 6311. Here he leads an era of genocide to conquer all within 100 light years of the planet. Yikes. In another joust with the Avengers, Kang is defeated and must look for a new power base. This leads him to 1901 Earth 6311. Kang assumes the identity of Victor Timely, a genius equipped with technology and resources beyond his time. He establishes the town of Timely, and subsequently Chronopolis within it. This stays just out of phase with the time stream, leaving him undetectable. Timely ages slowly and is skilled in armed and unarmed warfare, but is of average height, proportions, and stamina when in his human form. Thank goodness. Kang, however, has superhuman strength and access to a wide arsenal of high-powered weapons. As a genius inventor, Timely establishes Timely Industries, where he teaches robotics and basic technology to his workers in 1901. While he is not one of Kang's most dangerous variants, Timely is certainly one of his brainiest. Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors, is all set to become the biggest threat to the MCU characters as he steps up to fill Thanos' shoes as megavillain. Thanos has masterfully put together the perfect villain, one who worked for a good cause, albeit using barbaric means. It remains to be seen whether Majors Kang and his variants can in fact create something similar, whether that be in Loki Season 2 or thereafter. So now we have set the stage, let's dive deeper into the theory that Victor Timely is the original Kang the Conqueror. The second Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania's post-credit scene is so far the closest thing to a Loki Season 2 trailer, as it revisited both Loki and Mobius. In addition, Quantumania's second post-credit scene introduced Victor Timely, another Kang variant. Loki and Mobius were seemingly trying to track down Kang following Loki Season 1's ending, during which Loki learned about how dangerous He Who Remains variants will be. In the MCU, the line between parallel universes and simple time travel is a bit blurry. Therefore, it is not clear whether Victor Timely, this Kang version from the early 20th century, is simply another Kang variant or the main Kang the Conqueror. While Loki Season 2 could simply establish that Victor Timely is just a Kang variant who happened to exist in the early 20th century. Let's be honest, it would be far more interesting for the show to go with Victor Timely's comic book story. In the Marvel Comics, Victor Timely is the actual Kang the Conqueror, also known as Nathaniel Richards. At some point in his story, Kang went back in time to hide in 1901. Yes, really, this is the MCU where pretty much everything goes. There he becomes an inventor and a politician. Loki was extremely scared of Victor Timely, meaning we should all be as well, suggesting that this could indeed be the same Kang the Conqueror that Ant-Man and Wasp faced in Quantumania. What do you think? Our second theory questions if Loki Season 2 will feature multiple Kang variants. What is this based on? From Quantumania's post-credits scene, Loki Season 2 could be a hunt for Kang variants across multiple universes. Awesome! Season 2 could be the time procedural audiences believed Season 1 would be, with Loki and the TVA agents investigating a new timeline every episode. How exciting! This would allow the MCU to slowly reveal bits of Kang's backstory, while also setting up for what is to come in Avengers Kang Dynasty, whereas Loki Season 1 was about finding out who was behind the TVA. Season 2 could therefore be about deciphering Kang and his many variants. Popcorn at the ready. Another theory to get our teeth into is the Council of Kangs is Loki Season 2's villain. Quantumania's Council of Kangs post-credits scene introduced countless Kang variants, which brings a multiverse concept from the comics into live-action epic. Quantumania's post-credits scene teased the Council of Kangs being the real threat to the multiverse, as they were powerful enough to defeat and exile the main Kang. The MCU's Council of Kangs is led by Rama Tut, Immortus, and Scarlet Centurion, all of whom have a unique backstory in the comics. No surprise there. You've got to love all the fun twists and turns the MCU takes us on. It's a never-ending rabbit hole we find ourselves in, which never fails to shock us. Okay, so Loki may not even encounter those main Kang variants, but the Council of Kangs could be the villains behind the shadows. Freaky. Love or hate them, villains do keep us on our toes and make any story so much more gripping. But we are talking about the MCU here. In the wrong hands, there is a scary amount of potential for disastrous consequences. We will wait to see the fate in Loki Season 2. From the edge of our seats, our final theory is Ravonna Renslayer joins Kang. Okay, so where to begin? Loki Season 1's Ravonna Renslayer was one of the biggest hints that Kang was somehow involved with the TVA. In the comics, Kang falls in love with and marries Ravonna, a princess from an alternate reality who lived in the 40th century. Despite being one of the TVA bosses, Season 1's Ravonna did not know the truth about He Who Remains. Loki Season 2 is set to explore Ravonna's backstory. Where do you think it's going to take us? It could lead to her connection with Kang the Conqueror being explored at a later point in the season. Even if Kang and Ravonna are not a couple in the MCU, they could still work together. The history between Ravonna Renslayer and Kang the Conqueror has the potential to be one of the most intriguing parts of Loki Season 2. Remember, anything is possible. With the already confirmed presence of yet another variant of Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and the connections between the Disney Plus series and the MCU films are growing stronger and stronger, Loki has become an essential watch. There is a serious amount at stake here, and it seems the direction of fate lies with Loki Season 2. So which theories are we going to see? Any of them would really change the MCU. Let's see where the adventure takes us.